What if I told you how to control your mind from overthinking? It is not weak, and you are not crazy for thinking the same thought over and over again until it feels like your brain is eating itself alive. Overthinking is not a personality flaw. It is a survival mechanism that has gone completely out of control. And today I am going to show you exactly how to shut it down step by step. Because you have spent way too long living inside your own head. And it ends today. You know that feeling. You are lying in bed at night and your brain just will not stop. You replay a conversation from 3 days ago. You imagine every possible way something could go wrong tomorrow. You analyze what someone meant by that one look they gave you. You think about what you should have said, what you should have done, what might happen if you make the wrong choice. And before you know it, 2 hours have passed, and you have not slept, and nothing has actually been solved. Or maybe it happens during the day. You are trying to focus on something simple, and suddenly your brain pulls you into a spiral of what-ifs and worst-case scenarios and endless loops of the same anxious thoughts going round and round and round. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. Research shows that nearly 73% of people between the ages of 25 and 35 chronically overthink. But here is what nobody tells you. Overthinking is not just annoying, it is physically damaging your brain. It is keeping you stuck, and there are very specific science-backed steps you can take right now to stop it. Let me show you how. Step 1. Recognize the overthinking loop before it takes over. The first step to controlling your mind is learning to catch the moment overthinking begins. Not after you are already deep in the spiral, at the very beginning. Because here is the thing about overthinking, it never announces itself. It disguises itself as problem solving, as planning, as being responsible and careful. Your brain tells you that you are being productive when really you are just going in circles. The science behind this is fascinating. When you overthink, your brain activates the default mode network, which is the part of your brain that runs when you are not focused on anything specific. This network is responsible for self-reflection and mental time travel, jumping between past regrets and future worries. And once it gets activated without direction, it spirals out of control. So how do you catch it early? You learn to notice 3 specific warning signs. First, you are thinking about the same thing for more than 5 minutes without reaching any new conclusion. Second, your thoughts are focused on things you cannot control right now. Third, your body starts feeling it. Tight chest, shallow breathing, restless energy. These are your signals. The moment you notice any of them, you have caught the overthinking loop at the door. And that is when you move to step 2, interrupt the pattern with physical action. Here is something most people do not understand about overthinking. You cannot think your way out of overthinking. Trying to reason with an overthinking brain is like trying to put out a fire with more fire. It does not work. What actually works is interrupting the pattern at a physical level. When you are overthinking, your brain is flooded with cortisol, and your nervous system is in a low-grade stress response. The fastest way to break that response is through physical pattern interruption. Stand up suddenly, splash cold water on your face. Take 5 slow, deep breaths, where your exhale is longer than your inhale. Do 10 jumping jacks. Go for a brisk 2-minute walk. These are not just distractions. They are neurological resets. When you move your body deliberately and suddenly, you activate your prefrontal cortex, the rational thinking part of your brain, and you interrupt the runaway activity in your default mode network. You literally change the chemistry of your brain in seconds. Think about James, a 28-year-old marketing manager who used to lie awake every night overthinking work problems. He started keeping a glass of cold water by his bed. The moment he caught himself spiraling, he would sit up, drink the cold water slowly, and take 5 deep breaths. That simple physical interruption broke the loop every single time. Not because cold water is magic, but because it forced his brain to shift its focus from internal spiraling to external physical sensation. Step 3. This one sounds strange, but the research behind it is incredibly powerful. Psychologists at Penn State University conducted a study where chronic overthinkers were told to designate a specific 30-minute window each day as their official worry time. During this time, they were allowed to think about everything that was bothering them as much as they wanted. Outside of this window, whenever a worrying thought appeared, they were instructed to simply acknowledge it and postpone it to their scheduled worry time. The results were remarkable. Participants reported a 35% reduction in overall anxiety and overthinking within just 2 weeks. Because what this technique does is train your brain to understand that those thoughts will be addressed. Your brain overthinks partly because it is afraid that if it stops thinking about something important, that something will be forgotten or ignored. When you give it a guaranteed time slot, it releases the thought because it knows it will come back to it. So pick a time, maybe 6 p.m. every evening. Set a timer for 30 minutes. During that window, write down every worry, every what if, every anxious thought. Outside of that window, when a thought appears, simply say not now, 6 o'clock, and move on. It sounds too simple to work, but the neuroscience behind it is undeniable. Step 4. Replace what ifs with what is. Overthinking lives in the future and the past. It almost never exists in the present moment. And this is the key to understanding how to defeat it. The question your overthinking brain loves most is what if? What if I fail? What if they judge me? What if something goes wrong? What if I make the wrong decision? The antidote to what if is what is. What is actually happening right now in this moment? Not tomorrow, not last week, right now. What can I see? What can I hear? What can I physically feel? What is actually true right now, as opposed to what my brain is imagining might be true? This is the core principle behind mindfulness, and it is backed by decades of neuroscience research. When you bring your attention to the present moment, you deactivate the default mode network and activate the sensory processing networks of your brain. You shift from imagination mode to reality mode. And in reality mode, overthinking cannot survive because overthinking is entirely made of imagination. Step 5. The final step is one of the most powerful tools for overthinkers that exists, and it is embarrassingly simple. Write it down. Not on your phone, in a physical notebook with a pen. When you write your thoughts down, you do something extraordinary to your brain. You externalize them. You take them from this swirling, chaotic mass inside your head, and you put them into fixed, concrete words on a page. And the moment a thought is written down, your brain no longer needs to keep cycling through it to make sure it is not forgotten. It can let it go. Research from the University of Texas found that expressive writing about your thoughts and feelings for just 15 to 20 minutes, significantly reduces rumination, the clinical term for overthinking, and measurably lowers cortisol levels in the body. After writing your thoughts down, write one single next action beside each one. Not a plan, not a solution, just one next action, something small and concrete you can do. Because overthinking thrives in ambiguity. The moment you attach a concrete action to a thought, the thought loses its power over you. So here is your step-by-step system. Step 1. Catch the loop early by watching for the 3 warning signs. Step 2. Interrupt the pattern immediately with physical action. Step 3. Schedule your worrying to a specific 30-minute daily window. Step 4. Replace what-if thinking with what-is thinking by returning to the present moment. Step 5. Write it down and attach one concrete next action to every worry. You do not have to do all 5 perfectly from day 1. Start with just one. Pick the one that resonates most with you and practice it consistently for 1 week. Because the goal is not to never have anxious thoughts again. The goal is to stop letting those thoughts drive your life. Your mind is powerful beyond what you currently understand. And right now, that power is being wasted on loops and spirals and what-ifs that are going nowhere. But it does not have to stay that way. You now have the tools. The only question is whether you are going to use them. If this video helped you, leave a comment below and tell me which step you are going to try first. And if you want more videos on how to take back control of your mind and your life, subscribe. Because there is so much more I want to share with you.